It's refreshing again, Meatball. Guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? Happy Monday. Facebook, you all fixed? You're all happy now? All right. Listen, in honor of going to see Mom today. I had to see Mom. Wait, I thought I had pasta in my teeth. Going to see Mom today. I mean, the colors are popping. So we are in orange tonight in honor of the fall colors here in New England. I mean, you can't beat it. I mean, I can live in this shit 24/7. I don't know about you guys. But I just posted in my story a powerful picture. It's an awesome abstract because it seems so boilerplate. You have the depiction of one character telling another character, hence the heart telling the brain. These simple words out of the quote box tonight. Keep watering yourself with good thoughts. What's so powerful about that picture? Am I the only one who sees this stuff? I mean, what's so powerful about that picture? It's doing exactly, it's showing you exactly how to cure all your ills, hence your inner peace of mind. And when you realize, if you listen to your heart, it's repetitive. It's repetitive, yes, indeed. I say it here all the time, America's Mentor, but it's so imperative that you guys get this word that's not in the quote box and start living by it. It's called obsession, not with another person or food, but obsession with your thoughts and obsession with what you're sending out every day. The mirror, your life is a reflection of your thoughts, and you can't blame anybody else in this world for your faults. And this was something I had to learn. I had to learn this, and I had to learn the hard way by losing everything. I had to lose everything to gain everything. And this is what people need to grasp for themselves in life. Who said this in the movie? Gordon Gekko. Remember Wall Street back in the 80s? He said, the most valuable commodity I know is information. Indeed. The more information you know about yourself, the more you'll start to understand yourself, the more you'll start to understand what you're bringing to yourself. And I was the grind and hustle guy, 15 years ago. I was trying, thousands of emails. This is who I am. Meatball, nothing. Because I was trying to force something. Hence, I was telling the universe I wasn't being the next word, which is natural. Natural is having a specific character. We all have an amazing gift, man. And I wish you guys would grasp that for yourself. I see it every day in work. I see people creating the most beautiful things, but they don't believe in themselves. I'm like, look at what you do. Look at the gifts you have. It's a matter of taking that gift, that obsession of what you have, turning it into a natural feeling about yourself. Natural is having a specific character, hence with synonyms of built-in, hardwired, and inborn. We all have a present. We all have something to give the world. The problem is we're not watering ourselves. I'm getting back to the picture. The picture itself had a heart watering the brain. And if you follow your heart in all you do and keep watering your mind with your true desires, you can't help but to manifest that in your life. But sadly, we're doing it backwards. We're following what the mind says, and the heart has got the red flags up saying, no, don't do it, don't do it. I got warned the other day, don't put your coffee on the rug, Meatball, as you're doing your show prep. You got a coaster right there. Don't put on. I put it on the rug, and guess what? It spilled right over real quick. The law of physics kind of kicked in with that water. But life is the same way. Life is exactly the same way. Use these little metaphors as information about yourself. And I asked an associate the other day, why are you always so depressed? And they went into this long thing. I said, well, find the triggers. And they didn't understand what a trigger was. So what did I give this person? Information. And it's information about us that we have to understand in order to succeed with peace of mind in this life. Because if you keep watering yourself with good thoughts, you can only turn out good things. You water yourself with bad thoughts, you come out with bad things. And this was the hardest revelation because we're creating everything out of virtual thin air. This is the beauty about life. We create the blessings and we create the curses in our life. And when you can grasp that, when you understand what's triggering you you keep creating all the curses in your life, then you realize where you're going. It's not hard. I mean, who said it? Plato said it even 500 years before the life of Christ, man. He was saying, we are all gods. We just got to figure out how to use it and understand it. And this is a guy coming back 500 years before Scripture was even started. This is the beauty of it. Then they warned us in Romans 12. Do not conform to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And back then, compared to what they have compared to now, is like night and day. This is how gifted we are. We have every freaking convenience in the world, but yet everybody bitches about everything all day long. We have every modern convenience. These guys were riding on yaks, man. We have nothing to complain about. This is the information I want to give you guys. And this is what hopefully will inspire you to understand that you are bringing everything to you. The curses, the blessings, everything by your reflection of the world that you see. If you keep watering your mind with your heart, with what you want, life is going to give you that. It's going to show you the way. You don't have to know the way. This is what I was doing. I wasn't being that true me. I was obsessed with something else, trying to model somebody else. You ever hear of that in motivational speeches? Just model the other person. You can't, meatball. You can learn from them, but you can't model them. You can't be them. That's why we got a fingerprint. That's why we have all these things that are unique that nobody else has. When you realize your built-in gift, when you realize your hardwired goal in life is to be something better, then you start becoming obsessed with thinking about that all day long. Your brain is going to start coming up with ideas to make it happen. And this is the hardest thing for people to grasp, is the fact that they're gifted. We're all gifted, man. We're all gifted. It's hard to friggin' believe for some people to say, wait a minute, I'm not gifted. I'm always sick. I'm always this, I'm always that. Indeed, but when you realize you're causing all your own pain. I do it. I do it all the time, man. But I understand the triggers, and I realize what I'm doing at the same time. And it should be a big wake-up call. If you're living in poverty, it's because you got a poverty mindset. It's all about your thinking. Every single bit of life is how the mind creates something out of virtual thin air. And when you realize you're just magician of your own destiny, you're not run by fate anymore, meatball. Your own fate is your own thought about it. And when you keep realizing the true power that you have, you keep becoming obsessed with that person you've always wanted to become, allowing that natural person out. So many people don't do that. I didn't do that for the longest time. I was so petrified to come on here as America's mentor and doing this stuff, but you just got to keep doing it. Persistence is key. Consistency is key. You keep doing it, you're naturally going to get better at it because you're going to find better ways to do it. The evolution of self starts with understanding what you want for yourself. And when you become obsessed, a persistent preoccupation, hence idea or feeling, you're going to have a natural effect on your destiny. You're going to create the most amazing things, but you got to believe in yourself that you can create the most amazing things in life. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter your income. It's who you are as a person. It doesn't matter. Don't stop comparing yourself to other people. That's the biggest problem that I had. I was comparing myself, had houses just like the Joneses, the white picket fence, and here I am miserable because it just wasn't me. And a lot of you guys are going through that. You're in relationships, or you're at jobs, you're at this, you're at that. I get it. I've been there. I've done that. I mean, here's a funny story. I used to sell in the midst of my downfall. I had to find anything for work. I'd be in like BJ's and Costco's frying pierogies, literally trying to sell these Polish potatoes when I wasn't a salesman. I got fired real quick. This is what I mean. You can't do what you're not hardwired to do happily. I used to sit there and fry these things. I'd be like, why am I here? And they gave me a reason to let me go. That's how life is. If it doesn't feel right, guys, it can never turn out right. So whatever dead-end job you're at, or this, or relationship, or success, or money, or whatever it is, whatever you're feeling about it, can be changed. Every single bit of it. You can transform you got to transform your mentality before the physicality. And this is what I tried to do it to backwards. I must have came out breech or something. I have no idea, but everything I did was backwards, but it was a great lesson. I spend every single day, every day, trying to find more information to share with you guys and myself. Because when I learned the most valuable commodity I know is information, because that's going to get me to my destination. And when you guys can grasp the fact that you have the ability to create anything you want in this life, to create any opportunity, any situation, any circumstance, whether new and or old, your mind takes control of it. But if you water it with your heart, your true heart's desire, on a constant basis, consistently and obsessively, keep watering your mind with that desired outlook that you want for yourself. Live in the end as it were here already. Act the way, talk the way, be the way as much as you can. You're going to attract situations to manifest it. It should be the most exciting information you guys should figure out, because you can change anything. You can change anything. You can feel better when you start thinking better. You can start acting better. You can start becoming better. All these scenarios are not just scenarios. They can become your reality, but you got to believe in yourself that you can do it. You got to believe that you have the ability and capability to create anything, but you got to keep watering yourself with good thoughts coming from that main component, your heart, what it truly wants. And when you go for what you truly want, you can only get that. And it'll come in the most amazing way. They call that a miracle. Miracles are not miracles. We create miracles every day just by waking up. The body coming back to life literally is a miracle. Childbirth is a miracle. Moving your finger literally is a miracle, because all these nerve endings have to move throughout the body just to create that one little move in your finger. We take life for granted. We take ourselves for granted. And you got to realize we're more power. We have so much power, guys, in our mindset, that if we can utilize our heart and mind together, that's the key. And I'll leave you guys with this this is funny because I laughed because I thought I pronounced it wrong. It's Jack Cornfield. I thought it was Jack Canfield, the author from Soup for the Soul. But he had some great words, and I'll leave you guys with this because I got to go do my West Coast show with Kurt, and we're hitting our 42nd episode of America's New Escape. So guys, please follow me on YouTube at America's Mentor on YouTube. The wholeness and freedom we seek is our true nature. That's all it is. The wholeness we seek is our true nature. It's ourself. It's just being ourself. The wholeness and freedom we seek is our true nature, who we really are. And if you're not being who you really are, you can't manifest anything good in your life, because you're being something that you're not. And when you realize that and you become obsessed, like I mentioned before, with just watering yourself with what you want to be, what you want to have, what you want to create, life is going to start showing you the way, as Rumi said. A way will be made for all your desires, but it first start with you emitting the energy and the frequency to send it out to attract it to you. The gift is here. Our heaven on earth is here. They talk about heaven in scripture all the time. That's a mindset, guys. It's a mindset of your peace of mind that you create for yourself. And if you guys can grasp that, whatever belief of religion you have or spirituality, whatever it might be in life, know that you are a power tool. We are this amazing power tool of creation that we can take a thought, obsessively focus on it every single day, and create it with a synchronicity out of thin air. That's the friggin' beauty of life, man. That's the beauty of ourselves. Matter takes a little bit longer to come together because it's more dense, but when you keep, that's why they say consistency is a key. You keep focusing on that objective, that tangible objective constantly every single day with all your might, your heart and your mind combined, that matter is going to become undense. It's going to pop up right in front of you. And every single one of you that watch me and understand this in life, realize the fact that miracles are created by yourself. It's not some omnipotent power, guys. Indeed, the omnipotent power is in us. It's closer than our breath. It's called our energy, our spirit, and it's always out there. It's our aura. When you realize what you're sending out, you realize what you're getting back. When you realize how powerful you are, this power tool that we carry every single day with just a simple thought, you'll realize the kind of life you're creating. There's no poverty with an abundant mindset. There can never be poverty with an abundant mindset because you're only creating opportunities to create more abundance. There's no equal or opposite in this issue. It's all about your thinking. It's all about who you are as a person. What do you see in the mirror every day? If you see a loser in the mirror, you are absolutely right, as Henry Ford said. If you see that loser in the mirror, all you can create is more losing opportunities. If you see an abundant person in that mirror every day, you reiterate that, you affirm that every single day, you can only help but to manifest that in every single way. But it's a constant process. If you believe in transformation, if you believe in peace of mind, if you make the correct goal just to have peace of mind, watch what your reality creates, because clarity is power. The morass of life will not get in the way. As they said, do not conform to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. These guys weren't just writing this shit in caves for the hell of it. They were telling us, they were warning us thousands of years ago, don't fall victim to the flesh. And I'm not talking about that carnal flesh meatball. I'm talking about the outside world. That's what they were talking about. Don't fall victim to that. And guess what? We did. Millions of us did. We fell victim to the fact that we don't have any power and that everybody else got to run it for us. Whatever you want, you can create. Whatever you want to conceive in life, you have to send it out every single day. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you can do it. You got to understand that you have this amazing power, guys. Here I am 10 years ago looking out a little window of a 12 by 12 that I lived in for a decade, thinking, how the hell can I create something with this, starting with this at the bottom? Indeed, I had to create a new foundation of what? Thinking. Because doing it for 30 years prior to that in the physical way of grind and hustling only got me into that 12 by 12. Because I let the outside world control my thinking. Don't let it do it for yourself. I love being like the crash test dummy for quantum physics, man. It was a great learning experience, because sometimes, like I said, you got to lose everything in order to gain everything in life. You got to clean the house. And when you clean the house of your old thoughts, you can only manifest new opportunities because you're thinking a different way. You're emitting a new energy. You're believing in a different way. Guys, life is not limited. It's your thinking that's limited. When you let go of the limitations of your thoughts and your feelings every single day, allow your heart and your desires to bloom. Watch the flower that you're going to create. Watch the fertile ground that you're going to put in front of you even before it steps out the door. You all have the opportunity, guys. You all have the opportunity. You just got to believe in yourself. You got to understand, this is not the life. If you guys are into transformation or any kind of motivation or inspiration, you're looking for something different because you're not happy. That's great. You're recognizing the problem. That's the triggering point I was telling you about with associate that I had. When that person recognized the triggering, that person became happy again instantaneously because they knew not to go back there. But why do we keep going back there? Why do we keep going back to the unhappiness and the situations in life? Because we were programmed that way. We were programmed that way from day one. You got to work, got to hustle, got to get these stupid degrees on the wall. You need nothing except the will to do it. You really don't. You need nothing except your mind and the will and an obsession with your goals and your desires. Putting your heart and mind together every single day, you will have it. Eventually you'll have it, but it's a constant process. Indeed, you're going to fall down there. But we did on bikes, man. We got back up. We just started riding again. Now, well, we all need Adderall. We can't figure it out. It's not that way, guys. It's not. We're all better than that, guys. So I'm going to head over to do my West Coast show with Kurt, guys. America's Mentor _radio on Instagram, at America's Mentor on Twitter, at America's Mentor on YouTube, guys. Feel free to follow me. Sorry for the how should we say, the shows are getting a little sparse now. Work is busy. I look at the bags under my eyes, man. But I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I've always wanted to be this busy in life because it's a good busy. Because you're doing what you want to do in life and not what you have to do. Get to that point for yourself. Get to the point where you wake up every day, 3 hours sleep, no problem. Let's go to work. Let's get it done. You don't need nothing for it. I need a little coffee though. But at the same time, with the passion in life is your purpose. You find your passion and you find your purpose, guys. So enjoy your Monday, guys. I'll upload that show tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys soon, man.